Hey, it's Rick and Patty from the KORD Morning Show. Thanks for listening. We really appreciate it.
And, of course, you can always catch us anywhere and everywhere with our KORD mobile app. It's free for you in the App Store as well in Google Play.
With Jelly Roll, number one for New Country. It's 102.7 KORD. Got Ricky, got Patty. Best week of summer. Benton Franklin Fair and Rodeo kicking off today. Today is the day. And you and I will be out later this week riding the bus for free.
You know what I just remembered?
What's that?
Yes, you and I are going to be. So BFT is off to and from the fair, like from everywhere. How amazing is that? Remember when you and I took the bus, you, me, and your wife, Megan? We took it from Kamayakin when he went to go see.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
You remember that?
It was so easy.
How easy was that?
It was so easy.
My husband, yes, and we take it. I live in Richland. It's fantastic. There's a transit center there.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like you say you don't want it. You're like, oh, I'm never going to do that. Oh, once we did it once, then it was like, oh, I don't want to go any other way.
It's the most, and they're air conditioned. Yep. It's the most efficient way to go. You don't have to worry about paying parking.
Nope, don't have to worry about any of it. And it's free. And you don't have to worry about it. So, yeah.
This community, thank you, BFT.
Absolutely. And later this week, we'll be out and about. I believe we'll have some Jelly Roll tickets, too. So here we're going to be on the buzz. And guess what's going to be in our pocket? Jelly Roll tickets. How about that?
Isn't that amazing?
I know. So we'll see if people will actually come up.
Get any better than that?
Yeah, see if people come up and recognize us. So, when we did our last bus ride, they knew who we were, even without having our paraphernalia on. They knew who we were. So this time we'll have Jelly Roll tickets in our pockets. So as you get going here, today is National Bacon Lovers Day, National Lemonade Day, World Mosquito Day, National Latina Day, National Radio Day. It was funny. I woke up.
Radio Day?
Yeah, I saw so many things. I was like, why are these
about
people?
Radio?
Yeah, I was like, why are these people celebrating radio? And National Radio Day. Got it. International Hawaiian Pizza Day and National Chocolate Pecan Pie Day, or pecan. Do you call it pecan or?
Is it pecan or pecan?
I call it pecan.
Or pecan.
Pecan pie. It's pecan pie, but
pecan pie.
But people, pecan, tomato.
Do you know what? When I lived in Florida, we had a pecan tree or a pecan tree. We had a pecan tree.
Right.
And my husband said, I'm going to make a pecan pie.
Right.
Oh, my God. You know how long it took for him to open up those pecans?
Took him forever.
Jeez.
Yeah, really?
I went out and bought him a bag.
All right, so that's funny. That's what's going on today. Grab a cup of coffee, dig in. Let's get your day started. You got Rick and Patty, KORD.
You're waking up with the KORD Morning Show. Number one for New Country. 102.7 KORD.
Number one for New Country, 102.7 KORD. At 6:22, you got Rick, you got Patty. 65 degrees for you right now, cloudy skies. All right, Facebook, fun to get your day started. What is something from your childhood that you wish your kids could experience? And I was thinking about a fort. As a kid, we built forts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, with sheets and stuff and blankets.
Even outside.
Or even outside a real fort.
Oh, yeah.
We
took wood from the shed and made ourselves, and made a fort and all those different things that we had as a kid. I was trying to think. I think a lot of kids miss out on playing outside.
Yeah.
Because we played, you would play outside all the way to dusk, basically. You'd be on your BMX bike or whatever, and you didn't come home. You were out running around just having a great time.
Hide and seek outside, man. You could hide anywhere.
Yeah, I think
tag.
Tag was always fun. Mm-hmm. Used to play this game called Gray Wolf, where it's almost like a hide and seek game.
Did you play Duck Duck Gray Duck or Duck Duck?
Yep, absolutely.
Goose?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Chase that.
It was Duck Duck Gray Duck.
Oh yeah. We did all that. Now, things that we shouldn't have done that we did is my brothers and sisters, we got into the thickest clothing we could, and we took my BB gun and shot each other with it. So.
Jeez, you were hardcore. And we just did rubber bands.
No, we took the BB gun and went and shot each other with that. And then we also would get on the back of the big. Back in the day, you had your bicycle that had the banana.
And you said didn't you
hoppity hop?
Hit
the hoppity
people
hop.
With the hoppity hop?
Yep, we take the hoppity hop.
Try to get them off the bike?
Yeah, so you're going around in a circle in the yard, and then someo's got the hoppity hop, and you're trying to knock him off the bike with the hoppity hop.
Funny.
No, that's what we did.
You could hurt somebody really bad.
That's how hard. That's how hard we. And then where we lived, there was a creek, nasty old Lindsay Creek out there in Lewiston, man, nasty old muddy creek. But we were in that creek all the time. Ended up getting ticks and just different things on us all the time. So, but those were the days. Those are the days. So.
Man, we actually went sledding, and it was dangerous. I mean, dangerous.
Okay.
We would slide down this hill in the gully. Holy buckets. I mean, there were trees right in the... No.
Oh,
and you could go,
days.
like...
Yeah.
the end of there was a stream.
I love it.
Man.
I love it. See, those were the days. Something from your childhood that you wish your kids could experience. Patty says a lot of magical times growing up in the 60s and 70s. Going down the list of people already commenting. You could take $5 each to the gas station, load up on snacks with your friends, riding your bikes around the neighborhood.
God,
Kristen
yes.
says my mom, absolutely. So a lot of good things already in there for Facebook fun. So chime in. What is something from your childhood that you wish your kids could experience?
So, I remember going to Ben Franklin, which was, the 5 and dime store or whatever. The candy selection was outrageous.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So I'd take my allowance and go and buy all kinds of
I
candy.
want to say a candy bar cost like 25 cents back when we were kids. So absolutely. So there you go. That's the Facebook fun. Chime in. More of your comments on the way. You got Rick and Patty.
Starting your day the right way with the Cord Morning Show. Number 1 for New Country. 1027 KORD.
He's the Pendleton, the Roundup? Pendleton Roundup. That was the first time I saw Rodney Atkins, actually.
I've never seen him.
Oh, so good. So, yeah, I had just moved to the Tri-Cities back in 07, I want to say. And he was at the Pendleton Roundup, and so got to see Rodney Atkins that first year. That first or second year.
That must have been amazing.
It was great. It was great. Right now, 65 degrees for you, sunshine, and time for some Nashville news. What's going on in Nashville?
All right. Well, the Country Music Association celebrating the people who have helped shape the industry. It'll be the 17th ACM Honors event being held at Nashville's Ryman Auditorium. Carly Pierce returning to host the event alongside Jordan Davis, Eric Church, Vince Gill, Emmylou Harris, and Tyler Hubbard, just a few of the other performers, and that happens on Wednesday. Meanwhile, Radar Online says that Carrie Underwood's friends are worrying about her hosting American Idol. They say it could throw her life into chaos. A source says that there are plenty of people who want to see her fall. The pressure is putting Carrie at risk of throwing her life into chaos. They say there's already a ton of knife sharpening going on ahead of her arrival. They say it's a huge step up for Carrie as far as putting herself out there to middle America, and she's being paid quite a bit for it, but she's under no illusions that it's going to be easy. In fact, things, they say, got very rough for Katy Perry in the end, so of course people are worried about Carrie and how she'll handle it. How about this? Buc-ee's got a great surprise. The famous Texas-based convenience store got some love from Keith Urban. He performed at the new Buc-ee's location in North Alabama on Friday. He put on an impromptu show inside the Athens store. The city estimates 5,000 people showed up to see Keith Urban. Can you imagine just showing up at a Buc-ee's and there's Keith Urban?
There's a pop-up concert. You gotta love it.
I don't know. I've never even been to a Buc-ee's, but
They're big.
I see it all the time.
Yeah, they're big down in Texas and all over.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Yeah. All right, last but not least, Thomas Rhett dropping his 7th studio album. It happens Friday. About a Woman features 14 tracks, including Thomas Rhett's current single, Beautiful As You, project inspired by his wife, Lauren Atkins. Thomas Rhett says it exudes joy and fun. Again, that will happen on Friday. Those are your trending headlines.
Starting your day the right way with the Cord Morning Show. Number 1 for New Country. 1027 KORD.
Of advice from Cody Johnson, till you can't. 648, number 1 for New Country. It's 1027 KORD with Rick and Patty. Good morning. 648 right now, 65 degrees and sunshine for you. Of course, seizethedeal.com. Great deal, great value going on up there right now. Get to it, the 2024 Tri-Cities Fitness Card. Now, this is a $400 value, and we're going to sell it to you today for $99. And I'm talking, you've got yoga in there.
Have you seen it all?
You've got CrossFit in there. You've got hot yoga. You've got results-based coaching. Because a lot of people always say, I'd lose weight if I had a coach. Well, we can hook that up for you.
And if you've never been to a spinning class, Star Cycle in Kennewick, what about rock shop climbing?
I love that idea, too.
I know.
Absolutely. Rock shop, Star Cycle, results-based coaching. Love that. Trinity Hot Yoga, CrossFit Unrestrained. Love that. So all these little samples. It's like a little, little sample card. Huh?
Heck yeah, I know. SeizeTheDeal.com.
Got it for you. $99. That's it. You get all of that. All of that right there for 2024, the Tri-Cities Fitness Card. So if you've been telling yourself you're going to get fit or you're going to check out these things, guess what? Why not do it on us and do it at a great price?
Well, you get to sample it all.
Sample it
That
all.
way you can figure out, what you want to do.
It's right there right now at the website. Go check it out, seizethedeal.com. Buy it before it's gone. Limited supplies. And there you go, the 2024 Tri-Cities Fitness Card.
The Cord Morning Show with Rick and Patty. Back with more next on number 1 for New Country, 102.7 KORD.
You download the KORD mobile app. Jelly Roll this week, so we'll have Jelly Roll all week long. We're super excited about that. We're going to be out and about riding the bus for Ben Franklin Transit. And again, the best week of summer just kicked off, or will kick off today.
I need a corn dog.
You need a corn
I
dog.
need a corn dog, man.
I need some Spud McVeigh's.
And an elephant ear, please.
My faves. I know your faves. The
Powdered
elephant ear.
sugar on that.
Absolutely. The it's just a great best week of summer, and getting excited for a great rodeo, great concerts, all of that fun stuff. Get more details for yourself on the station mobile app. All right, Mateo has got a situation going on with Mateo. What's going on with Mateo here?
Rick and Patty, a few months ago, I began dating my friend's sister. It was cool at first. We had good dates and had a lot in common. Talked about current events and music, but there was one weird thing. She kept saying I was too nice to her. She told me I seemed to want a serious relationship, but she was just more casual about relationships. I figured if we kept hanging out, she'd fall for me like I was for her. Yeah, that was wishful thinking, and that hasn't happened yet. Now, she stopped responding to my texts. Ghosted. I didn't call her and don't think I plan to. I invited her to a party hosted by her brother. She didn't acknowledge that at all. I think she's avoiding me in hopes that the feelings she may have developed will go away. But she doesn't want a relationship. But she's falling for me. She doesn't want to, so she's avoiding me. My friends say forget about her. She's not serious about me as I am about her. But I can't just give up, can I? Do I move on or should I hold out hope? Mateo and Pasco. Wow.
So when you're in the eye of the storm, and I think this is in any relationship or any dating situation, and you think it's one way and it's the other way, you can't seem to see what do they call it? Forest for the trees, right? See the forest.
See the forest through the trees.
If I have made mistakes in my life, which I have made plenty of mistakes in my life, especially in relationships, it was definitely holding on when I should have said, there you go. That's one and done, or whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? Because you cannot make somebody fall in love with you. You just can't. You just can't.
Well, yeah. I mean, did you see he says she doesn't want a relationship, but she's falling for me? What planet are you on, Mateo?
Exactly. You're rationalizing her behavior.
I agree.
You know, and if I have made the biggest mistake in my life, that's one of the biggest mistakes I ever made was, as they say, she's just not into you. Now, Mateo, I get it.
But in your mind, was Katie falling for you?
No, not Katie. But Katie was from high school, and she had Katie from day one said not interested. That was on me.
But did you know that?
Oh, I
at
chased
the
her
time?
for 3 years. I chased her for 3 years.
I know you know that now.
But no, I knew that then.
Oh.
I knew that then.
But you kept going.
Have you met me? Have you met me? Have you? You know,
we've all met you, Rick.
Exactly, exactly. And that's one of those things. You look back. I'm actually rather embarrassed by it. So after you get out of those situations, then you're embarrassed. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I acted like X. You know what I'm saying?
Well.
You know, shame on me. Shame on me. But it's, youth or stupidity or whatever you want to call it.
Don't you just call it determination?
Well, you could, it's kind of hitting your head against a brick wall. Wow. I mean, she's always...
When did you finally wake up?
It was after high school. It was after high school. Yeah, it was after high school. Actually, great story about Katie. And it's so funny. I saw her years later, about a year later after high school. She was on a date with another guy, right? His name was Ron. We went to high school together. Anyway, my buddy Randy and I were playing miniature golf, and we ran into Katie. And we had a great conversation, and she gave me her phone number.
What?
Yep. But guess what I never did? I never called her.
What's wrong with you after all that?
I know. No. I was like, nah, I never called her. No. So anyway.
Were you married?
No, I wasn't married at the time. No, I was a young man.
Jeez.
Yeah, I wasn't married at the time. No, just didn't call her. She gave me a number. Like, I looked at it like, didn't like me in high school, then so why should I? And I just, to this day, I adore her. I went to my reunion, got to see her. Megan was with me. We had a great chat with her. She's
have
awesome.
questions.
She is awesome. No, she is absolutely the.
Of course she is.
She is awesome. But the funny thing is, when I sat down and had a conversation with her, I realized we had nothing in common. No, so it was the infatuation of, oh my gosh, what could be? You know what I'm saying? And then I realized, wow, we have nothing really in common.
Is this one of those woulda, shoulda, coulda? Do you still?
Oh, no.
Oh, thank goodness.
No.
All right.
She is like, I'm not interested. If you were the last human on the planet, Rick,
Then why did she give you her number?
I don't know. I mean, maybe to give her a call later, but I didn't take it as I did not take it as a romantic gesture. I thought she was being nice. Like, she's always been nice. Like, she's being nice. That she was not look. I was like, she's not looking for me to call her up for a date. You know what I'm saying? Because she made it very clear. You know, have you ever had those situations? So, Mateo, I think you're holding on to something that I know you're not. You got to dig yourself out of this, buddy. But I think you're holding on to something that just doesn't exist. What do you think there?
What?
That's enough therapy for Rick. Enough therapy for Rick today. We're good. We're good. Doctor's out.
Listening. Well, in his he's just like you.
I know.
He's just
Idiot.
like you.
Idiot.
I wouldn't say idiot.
No, but
well, but kind of like, she's falling for me, but she doesn't want to.
Yes, but when you're in it, you don't see it. You don't see it. How many friends have been in something and you're like, they just don't see it? No matter how many times you say, that's not good, don't do it. You know,
it's like that. What does she snap out of it?
Snap out of it. It's true, but you got to let people go through this. They will not.
Yeah, I know.
You got to snap out on your own. And then when you look back in hindsight, you're like, oh, geez, you hit your head in the. I've done that. Oh, geez.
Why don't you take Mateo aside?
All right, Mateo, call me. 547 KORD, app chat us. What would you do in the situation? We want to know. Mateo wants to know for sure. Right there on Facebook. It's Rick and Patty. KORD.
You're listening to Rick and Patty in the morning on number one for New Country, 102.7 KORD.
This is My Dirt, 726, number one for New Country, 102.7 KORD. You got Rick, you got Patty. Very excited because you and I, later in the week, Ben Franklin Transit, riding the bus for free to the fair, which everybody else gets to do that as well.
It's really pretty amazing, all the stops that they make. You can catch the bus anywhere to get to the fair.
And we did it a few years back for a concert that way because we just didn't want to park, and we had a great time. It was a great community spirit and had fun right there on the bus. So join Patty and myself later this week as we're riding the bus for free, thanks to Ben Franklin Transit and, of course, the Benton Franklin Fair and Rodeo. Best week of summer kicks off today. And if you want to avoid the parking and the cost of parking, just take the bus. It's so much fun. It really is. All right, before we get to all of that, Jelly Roll, end of the month, Saturday, August 31st, Climate Pledge Arena. Are you excited for some
Can you believe... What?
Yeah, it's Jelly Roll.
Are you kidding me? Yes.
Let's give away some tickets. How about that?
Oh.
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right.
What do you think?
Color do you want to take?
I'm letting.
You like color 7?
I'm slapping some tickets
Look at
around.
that. Oh my God.
Got a big stack. So, Jelly Roll, you want to go? What color? You pick it there, Patty.
I said caller 7, 547 KORD.
Caller 7, Jelly Roll. You want to go here in a couple of weeks? We'll give you a chance to see them right now. Good luck, 1027 KORD.
We love to hear from you, and it's easier than ever to reach out. Just open up the Cord mobile app and send us an app chat message. Or you can contact us the old-fashioned way at 509-547-KORD. Number one for New Country, 102.7 KORD.
Post Malone, I had some help. What a great album that Post Malone album is. Already dropped. Hopefully you downloaded it because that's how we do things these days.
Didn't I just say I want to start playing some Post Malone?
So many great collabs on that. The Luke Combs collab is awesome. The Blake Shelton collab. There's Dolly's on. I mean,
they're all good. I don't even know who Billy Strings is,
but he's on there.
Yeah.
He's on there. And isn't it like 16 tracks? It's a big, long.
18.
It's a lot of songs on there. So a lot of great collabs.
They're all fantastic. Dolly's on it.
I know. They're sold. Gotta love me some Dolly. So, top 10 blatant lies parents in the 90s told their kids. There's a big listing according to a new article from Your Tango. Number 10, you won't find a job if you have a tattoo. Number 9, you have to wait 30 minutes after eating to swim. We all had that one,
Or you're
right?
going to get cramps.
That's right. Cracking your knuckles will give you arthritis. Sitting too close to the TV will ruin your vision.
Yep.
It's illegal to drive with lights on inside the car. Remember that you turn on the overhead dome?
Yep.
Turn that off. It's illegal. They'll pull us over. If you swallow gum, it takes 7 years to digest. Number 4, a watermelon will grow in your stomach if you swallow the seeds.
Oh, gosh.
Number 3, chocolate milk comes from brown cows. Number 2, if you pee in a pool, the water changes colors. And number 1, the lies our parents told
What is
us,
it? What?
drinking coffee stunts your growth.
Oh.
Remember that? I remember that.
I just remember coffee was for adults.
That's right, exactly. Oh, I want to sip off that. Nope, drinking coffee is going to stunt your growth. Yeah, all these. I'm looking at all these. I'm like, this is not just the 90s. This was the 80s and 70s as well.
That's right.
As I'm looking down this huge list here. I think maybe 8 of the 10 I was told as a kid.
Did you believe them?
I think the one that I believed most was 30 minutes after eating to swim.
Well, I believed about sitting too close to the TV.
Did you? Oh, that you'll go blind? That you'll go blind?
Your eyes will go bad.
Oh, yeah, you got told to back off the TV all the time.
So you mean eating carrots isn't really great for your eyes?
Probably not.
Here, have a carrot. They're good for your eyes.
That's right. That's another one.
I know.
That's another good. What? Some people, what is it? Beta carotene.
Next thing you're going to tell us is that milk isn't great for bones.
I know, exactly.
What?
Milk does a body good.
Yes.
So we're going to have some fun with you. 547 KORD. When you were younger, what white lies or cliche phrases did your parent... Well, if you guys don't stop arguing, we're going to turn this car right around,
Oh, no, trust me. My dad turned the car around.
Oh, did he? You guys, you missed out. You missed out on a trip because you got the car turned around?
No, we always eventually got there. But there was a lot of drama. A lot.
All right, we'll take some calls. This is going to be fun. When you were younger, what lies or cliches did your parents tell you? We want to know. Those calls are on the way. You got Rick and Patty.
You're waking up with the Cord Morning Show. Number 1 for New Country. 1027 KORD.
Number 1 for New Country, 1027 KORD. Rick and Patty with you. Happy Tuesday. Right now, sunshine for you, about 65 degrees. All right, when you were younger, little white lies your parents would tell you. Oh, there's a ton of them. There's a ton of them. Brand new survey. If you swallow gum, it takes 7 years to digest. I believe that as a kid.
Well, and don't cross your eyes or they'll stay that way.
Oh, that's a good one. That's another good one. Oh, there's so many good ones. So we're taking your calls. 547 KORD. What did your parents tell you that that was going to happen to you? Little white lie. What do you got?
Yes. My mom used to tell me all the time that if I ate too much pizza, I would end up with a pizza face. And that's how you got acne. So Dad actually went with it, too, for a little bit. And it got to the point of when I started getting old enough to get acne, I stopped eating pizza for almost 2 weeks to prove a point.
Yeah.
And I ended up being correct. So.
Wow. Wow. Of course. So that's interesting because as a kid with acne, you were told fried food. Remember fried food?
Yes.
Oh, if you eat too much fried food, fried chicken.
You're going to get zits.
You're going to get zits. Well, maybe because your hands are all over your face or something like that. But I don't know if necessarily from the food.
Oh, just go buy some Claracel.
There you go. 547 KORD. Little white lies your parents told you. So many good ones. What do you got?
So my mom flat out told me that if I kept crossing my eyes and sticking my tongue out at her, that I would stay that way.
Knew it.
That's the classic one. If you cross your eyes are going to stay there.
Can you imagine?
I can't even cross my eyes. Can you? Oh, yeah, you did it. You did it. Good job.
Oh, gosh.
I can't
Why
do
do
it.
you want to? It makes you dizzy and all
I know.
that.
I can't do it.
Oh.
I can't do it. There's little tricks that I can't do. It took me forever to, blow a bubble as a kid or whatever, or wink. I can only wink in one eye. Can you wink? Oh, you can do both eyes. I can only do one.
Can you make your nostrils move?
Oh no, my ex-wife could. I can't do it. Look at
I know.
Look at all the.
I'm pretty talented, Rick.
I know. Look at all these hidden skills Patty's showing me right now. We're gonna get out a video and put it up on Facebook Live for you. So 547 KORD. White lies your parents told you. Oh, I know. There's some more calls on the way. You got Rick and Patty.
Starting your day the right way with the Cord Morning Show. Number 1 for New Country. 1027 KORD.
Number 1 for New Country, 1027 KORD. It's 8:04. You got Rick, you got Patty, and of course, John from Numerica. Good morning, John from Numerica.
Hey, John.
Hey, good morning, man. What a welcome.
I know. Welcome to the show. And of course, right around the corner, back to school, at least in Tri-Cities. We're about a week and a half away from school starting here in the Tri-Cities. And of course, Numerica, like always, is there to help out. And maybe you've got a couple tips to share with kids heading back to school there, John?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is almost like the Super Bowl season for parents who have kiddos in school, and getting them ready. Whether they're getting ready for the first day of school or they're heading off to college, your finances are a key part of this season of life. So, just wanted to share some information about, how can you really keep things in check and make good financial decisions as kiddos or yourself head back to school.
Yeah, I know, because prices, number one, have gone up through the years, and so you get the big list from the school on what you need to get. So, what are a couple little pieces of tidbits you can help us out with back to school kids and finances?
Yeah, well, I think a big one, it's pretty straightforward, but is, hey, if a lot of the supplies that you're looking for your kiddos, or again, if you're heading off to university, if they're on sale, get them when they're inexpensive. And sometimes if you actually wait till like later on after the sale, they'll be discounting those things pretty heavily. And this is a personal tip, but it's always worth double checking with a teacher, or I ran into this when I was a college student. Ask if the textbook that you're buying is actually going to be used in the class. It's not insulting. You're just checking, hey, I'm going to spend some money on this. Are we actually going to use it? I had several times where we didn't actually use the textbook in the class I was in. And I was able to save quite a bit of money by not buying them.
And I think this is a good lesson for kids to budget early, because the kid's going to walk and go, I want $125 Nikes, right? So is it good to introduce kids to budgeting early?
Yeah, I think that this what's so unique about this back to school shopping, like you think about a kiddo going to elementary school, you have a list of things that they need to get. This is a unique opportunity where a list has been pre-populated for you, sending them into the store and saying, hey, these are the things that we need to get. Let's keep track of the prices as we go. This is a wonderful opportunity for the first time for them to practice budgeting and to get an understanding of how much do these things cost. Because a lot of times, parents, it's a tough spot. I mean, I have a 4-year-old, so I'm not in this quite yet, but you often have to say no because of expense. This helps illustrate for you, and you don't even have to say no. The budget can say no, and that's a much easier position to be put in.
Absolutely. Well, one of the best things my foster mom ever taught me was having a savings account. I had a savings account at 6 years old, and I got
$1. Remember opening it?
I got a $1 allowance, and 50 cents of that $1 always went into the savings account. Wow. And then years later, she gave me it wasn't much money, but it was like $200.
Oh, that's a lot, though.
Back then. So, what about a savings habit? Get the kids start, savings early, right?
Yeah, well, I would say, first off, your foster mom really set you up for success. Saving 50% of your allowance, even if it was just $1, that's impressive. Yeah, I mean, we have wonderful accounts that are tailored for kids and to teach them those savings habits. So we have our Numerica growth accounts, and they come with a wonderful mobile app called FamPay, where you can sit down with your kiddo and have a conversation about, hey, I'm going to give you this weekly, monthly allowance, however you do it, and here's how we're going to divide it. I want you to save this much of it. This is going to be for your spending money. And then if you're choosing to share some of that money, maybe generosity, it can be divided into those different buckets. So what's wonderful about that is we know that a lot of our financial attitudes and our psychology about money is programmed into us from a pretty young age.
Absolutely.
And so when you have those conversations early, you really have an opportunity to set your kiddos up for success, just like your foster mom did for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it was amazing when I was like 13. She goes, "Oh, here's your savings account," since you were a little kid, and there was like $200+ in there.
That's
then,
incredible.
Of course, I went and
Did you on what?
Oh, I spent it like a drunken sailor after that. But I learned. But not today. Not today as an adult. I definitely use her money management, no doubt about that. And then let's talk about some kids. I just saw
the older ones.
I just saw a friend of mine, a realtor friend of mine. Her kid's going off to Arizona State, getting in the car. Mm-hmm. What do you got for us for college kids?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and my wife works at a university. I actually used to live on a college campus, so this is a season of life I know a lot about. I think the first thing that you want to do is, there's still time to take a second look at that financial aid package, especially the student loans that are involved. Because if you have student loans that were included in your award letter and are going to help pay for your education, but if there's excess that they've offered you, you might want to be thoughtful of, do I take those loans? And also, hey, if I have more loans than I need, prioritizing the ones that are going to be in your best interest, which would generally be federal subsidized loans because they don't accrue interest while you're a student. And believe it or not, there's still time to scoop up some scholarships that have been unclaimed, especially on good websites like scholarships.com.
And of course, let's talk budget.
Yeah. So unlike you being the responsible kiddo you were, when I went off to college, I was like, what's the budget? I'll just spend whatever money I want on my credit card, which didn't work out well for me.
No.
But yeah, this is, again, you have a really unique opportunity as a young adult to practice being on a regular budget, because maybe some of your costs are already going to be taken care of for you, right? Maybe if you're living on campus, if you're eating in the dining hall, those things are taken care of. So whatever discretionary income that you have, this gives you a good opportunity. Hey, let's get this practice now in maybe a somewhat more safe environment, especially if you're like a student who's working part-time. Because I'm telling you, if you learn to master some of these skills, like being on a regular budget as even a college student, you will crush it when you graduate from college. You get that first career job and you're making more money.
I love it. Well, credit card use, I know that you guys always talk about Numerica. It's, having credit cards is good, but how you use them is more important, right, John?
Absolutely, yeah. And I feel very passionate about this personally. I got my first credit card when I was an 18-year-old college student, maxed it out by the end of my freshman year. So don't be like John. But in all seriousness, credit cards can be a great tool, but really you want to be thoughtful about what you use them for. And my suggestion is, especially you have the opportunity to build your credit score and credit report so it'll be ready for you when you maybe want to purchase a home when you graduate. Use your credit card for small purchases that you already have the cash to pay for, and then pay it off in full every single month. It can be there if you need it for an emergency, but we want to try to avoid that as much as we can. So one small purchase, put your Netflix subscription on there, pay off the balance at the end of the month, and just let that cycle rinse and repeat. It'll do wonders for your credit score and your credit report.
That's the great tips that Numerica has for you. Love it. John from Numerica. And, of course, how do they hit you up on the social medias? How do they contact you guys if they want even more help?
Yeah, absolutely. And we want to be a resource for anybody who wants help to live well with their finances. You can find us at basically any social media handle at Numerica CU as in credit union. Head to our website, numericacu.com, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you are, you'll find us there. And we just want to help support you however we can.
I love it. John for Numerica. John, back to school. Thank you for calling in, John, with all those great tips. And there you go. Back to school. Get more tips from our friends right there at Numerica. 1027 KORD.
Starting your day the right way with the Cord Morning Show, #1 for New Country, 1027 KORD.
She may have taken off a bit more than she can chew.
I'm surprised Ryan Seacrest just isn't doing it all. Because what does he do? Wheel of Fortune, American Idol. He just does everything. I'm surprised he didn't hog into it. It's like little piggy to the trough, Ryan Seacrest. How many jobs do you need, Ryan Seacrest? Well, I need another $33 million a year. Oink, 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 oink. Anyway, looking forward to American Idol. Carrie Underwood and OG.
I know. She's going to be
awesome.
fantastic.
It's going to be awesome. All right, so we've been working on this, helping out this guy on Facebook right there. Mateo's got a situation going on in Pasco. What's going on with Mateo this morning?
Let me get there, Rick. So it says a few months ago he began dating his friend's sister. He says it was cool at first. We had good dates, a lot in common. We talked about current events and music. There was one weird thing. She kept saying that I was too nice.
Oh, jeez.
Well, she told me I seemed to want a serious relationship, but that she was just more casual about relationships. So I figured if we kept hanging out, she would fall for me like I was for her. Yeah, that was wishful thinking. It hasn't happened yet. Now she stopped responding to any of my texts. Ghosted. I didn't call her and don't think I plan to. I invited her to a party hosted by her brother, but she didn't even acknowledge that. I think she's avoiding me in hopes that the feeling she might have developed will go away. She doesn't want a relationship, but she's falling for me. She doesn't want to. She's avoiding me. My friends say, forget about her. She's not serious. She's not that as serious about me as I am about her. I just can't give up, can I? Do I move on or should I hold out hope? Mateo in Pasco.
So many comments already on Facebook. I will tell you this, having gone through the dating thing myself, what's always at your hip? What's always on your hip? Your cell phone. Your phone is always on your hip.
Yeah.
So when you first started dating somebody and they're super responsive 24/7 and then suddenly they're not, guess what? This phone didn't disappear. It's right where it's always at. So what are people saying on Facebook here?
Cody says, stop wasting your time, man. Carol says, listen to your gut. It will never lie to you. Move on. Find someone that will love you as you love them.
Blair says, if she had fallen for you as you say, I promise she wouldn't be ghosting you. And Jeremy says, it's like fishing. You may get a few bites at the top, but let it sink down to the bottom for the ones that really want you. Don't waste your time on someone not interested in you. And over time, she will see that you really cared. But at this time, it's too late. And hey, that's okay. She is the one that missed out on something great. And that's from Jeremy. Good advice.
Bobby says, she ain't the one. Move on. Daniel says, sorry. Seems you already have your answer. Time to move on.
Yeah, Yvette, she's not into you. Find someone new. And when you're in the middle of these things, don't chase what's not chasing you. I love that from Trey.
Said, yeah.
Love that from Trey. I had a coworker who said, yeah, that's the same thing. She goes, if I'm not coming towards you, don't come towards me. You know. So yeah, I've seen these situations go down like that. And
leave her. Don't turn back. Find someone who reciprocates. That's Kevin.
Yep. You're all right on
Look
that.
at everybody's like, stop wasting your time.
Having had to
Move
date,
on.
having dated between my first wife and my second wife for 5 years, it was not. I mean, it was not.
You did not like dating, or you did?
I don't like it. Well,
Really?
it's oh my goodness. Well, first dates, and then you really don't. It's like you go on a first date with somebody, and let's say you're not feeling any chemistry.
Yeah.
You hope that they don't feel it either, because like these situations, like Mateo said, these situations happen. Like, oh, how do I let somebody down easy? Oh, don't worry, I've been let down easy myself multiple times. Oh yeah, trust me, I'm like everybody. I've been rejected. Oh, hey, I want to go on a second date. No.
Really?
At least most
Yeah,
people are
yeah.
honest. But for
Yeah.
Mateo, for me, you got your answer, because what's always on everybody's hip? The phone. It just is. And so even when I was dating, people, and they suddenly just quit responding, I'm like, oh well, obviously it's over. It's over.
Do you think that phones, though, social media, do you think that hampers relationships at all? I mean, because let's be real. Nobody is leaving. Everybody's got a phone.
Absolutely, and they're on it all the time.
I know.
So when Mateo says that she didn't respond to the text, that means basically you got your answer, Mateo. You got it, because if she's not responding to the text, guess what?
But remember the day when we didn't have phones? Remember that?
Back in the day, you were taught to call the person and just break up with them. You know what I'm saying? Or face to face. Remember?
Yes, I do.
So I've been broken up with. Luckily, I've never got a text or something. I was always taught, no matter what,
Face to face.
right? If you're gonna break up with somebody, you just tell them the truth.
Well, be respectful.
Yeah, exactly. So it'll break your heart. Trust me, we all been there. We all have had broken hearts. But I'd rather have an honest person than someone who's like, oh, hey, you.
Just like even now,
Yeah.
like with jobs and
Any
such.
of that. Oh yeah.
Everything
any
is.
of that. Yep. Oh, I know. Just tell me I didn't get the job. I'm good.
My husband the other day was like dropping off resumes. I'm like, who does that anymore?
Oh my God.
I know.
Someone who doesn't want a different job.
I'm like, you better get with today.
No, he's like,
know?
I'm going to act like I'm dropping.
Well, he just I don't. I'm like, who drops
I
off a
don't- I'm
resume
just-
anymore? I don't know.
I don't think
Who takes them?
I don't think he really wants another job. That's all I'm going to say. So, Mateo, we did our best to solve this for you. A lot of people are saying, get out now. Red flags everywhere. But I know you can't see the forest for the tree right now. So get back to us in about 6 months when you get through it, man.
Poor guy.
And call us back and tell us
call Rick.
Tell us how right we were. All right, Rick and Patty, KORD.
The Cord Morning Show with Rick and Patty. Back with more next on number one for New Country, 102.7 KORD.